Xavier Worthy of the Kansas City Chiefs finds out his girl is stepping out on him, tells her to leave. And instead of her packing her bags and getting the hell out of his house, she flips the script, stays in his house, destroys the man's stuff, folks, then plays victim. Okay? Can you believe that? She plays victim after destroying the man's stuff. Gets him arrested for DV. Ain't that convenient? See, this is very entitlement behavior. And it's what I like to call media-raised fatherless behavior. So now we're going to talk about this Xavier Worthy.
Xavier is only 21 years of age. He's young. He is young, Cy.
He was a rookie.
But he's still 21.
I know.
I mean, and I'm not saying that age should have a factor or that love has no bound as far as time, but you got to get out there. You got to do and live your life a bit. You're 21. You're making mad heck of monies, right? Not that that's a caveat, but again, you need to get out there and you need that fall guy. If you didn't have a father, because like you said, he has a father. The father just is not in his life. You need somebody who is older and mature that is going to monitor your behavior as well as your upbringing and in this NFL and in this world, because that it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I'm going to say it, I like to say it like this. Cats, excuse me. Yeah, cats cover their shit, dogs don't. So, I mean, I can totally understand as far as Mrs. Jones or Tara going to the card of yes, woe is me. Because at the end of the day, she said, hey, you know what? If he gets locked up, that's 72 hours that I can go through his stuff. I'm not promoting that, but again, that's what it sounds like she did. She went in when he was locked up and took a whole bunch of stuff out of his house.
And he should have known. Okay, he should have known. Fellas, listen up. There were so many red flags. You have to be very careful when you're dealing with a woman today, because a lot of people understand the power of social media, right? This woman have been over social media. You can tell she loves attention. But here's when I knew there was going to be a problem. Let me tell y'all when I knew there was going to be a problem, folks. When he proposed to her, this man had red roses. This man went all out. You know how women today, y'all like to say, oh, we don't want the bare minimum. Yeah, you'll sit there and talk about you don't want the bare minimum, but you'll walk out the house with the bare minimum on. And that's what she did all over social media, huh?
Or cheat with the bare minimum.
Okay.
Right.
And I don't know who she was cheating with, but I can guarantee you it was either I don't want to say a street dude, but one of them hardcore dudes, or a married man.
That or had married time.
Man. Because I seen when he did that proposal, come on, man, you don't do that at that age. Like, I can see if it was, an older woman probably could appreciate that. But this is a woman who's used to a lot of attention. And in today's world, the media and social media emphasize individual desires and personal fulfillment, which are often prioritized, making commitment to one person seem less appealing to a young, impressionable person. This is what I mean by media-raised fatherless behavior. Not simply just growing up without a father, but when external influences validate self-serving choices and take the place of real parental guidance. And I'm not making excuses for bad behavior, but highlighting how the media has normalized it for selfish, egotistical minds. It's subconscious. And there's plenty of people who believe everything they watch. On every level, they believe everything they watch. Certain things go into people's heads subconsciously. This is why when you walking down the street, a white woman will start locking her doors. A black woman walk into the stores, people start following them around. They never met you. They don't know you. Why are they treating you like that? Because they believe everything they see on TV. Okay, you ever heard of the 1960s TV show Gilligan's Island? You ever heard of that show, folks? Reruns have been on forever. But did you know this? Let me tell you how powerful the media is, especially to fatherless minds. Did you know the Coast Guard used to get thousands of calls every year for people begging them to go rescue Gilligan and his crew off that damn island? Okay? There's a lot of people who believe things they see. Okay, you heard of the show, The Beverly Hillbillies?
Yes.
You heard of that show? They used to have a house in LA, right? They had to shut that house down. You know why they had to shut that house down? Darnice, you know why they had to shut that house down? Because people kept knocking on that door asking for Granny and Jethro.
Yep.
There's people who believe everything. And if you think, let me give you one more for you. I did a survey, folks. This is how powerful the media is. I did a survey, folks. This was years ago. I asked people, it was about 100, 200 people. I asked them, have you ever seen a Martian? Everybody, 99% of the people said they'd never seen a Martian. Maybe all of them said that. They had never seen a Martian. All these people had never seen a Martian. But I asked them a second question. I said, if you've seen a Martian, what color do you think the Martian would be?
They said green.
Hello. So how can people who've never seen something all come up with the same damn answer?
We've been conditioned.
Yeah, but back to the Worthy, man. That's a sad thing that this young black athlete got paraded around the news. You know the media is not going to apologize to him. You know that. They're not going to take it back. And sometimes if they do it, they'll put it in a little back section. The man got arrested.
He got arrested. He spent not only that he spent time in jail, right? He spent time in jail.
And I feel sorry for him, man. He's a young man. He had to cut his dreadlocks because she yanked out his dreadlocks.
Wow, that's a lot of rage at such a young age.
Yeah, well, that's what they do on the Real House of Atlanta. That's all over the media.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, love and hip hop. This is where these women get this mentality.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you right now, you can always spot a young man or a young woman. You can always spot them who the media has had a real effect on them. Because they start looking like people on TV. They start emulating all the people they see on TV. And that's how she looked.
Right. You're right. Huh? Hair down to the middle of her back, looking like she's one of the basketball wives, right? Chanel purse, Gucci down. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, and she's a nice looking girl. Don't get me wrong.
She is.
Yeah. But you know she used to getting attention from men. You know it. And this man, and you know what's funny? That proposal told me one thing. You could tell that he's a nice young man, because why would a man go through that? Most men don't even want to date nowadays for that same exact reason. And people are always talking about, we need more young professional athletes dating sisters. What you think gonna happen to this man now? What you think he getting ready to find? Huh? Yeah. Hello.
And then that will be the next story, right? That will be the next story. But he better be careful, because she doesn't sound like she's wrapped too tight.
Yeah. Oh no, especially that attacking him like that. And then, luckily he had it on camera. It was all on camera and they caught her. But what I want to know is why she haven't been arrested yet.
Because she's the one who brought the claim against him.
Yeah, but they went and got the evidence and found out she's the one who attacked him.
So therefore the DA said, we're not going to prosecute. And then they made her return all of the items that she had taken from the house.
But what about him being attacked, getting his dreadlocks pulled out? That was crazy.
Yes, because if it was reverse, he would be under the jail right now, right? If her weave
Woo.
was snatched out, I mean, a track. I'm just saying, at $1,000, for that hair. I'm just saying, that's a
Oh,
weft, her weft,
they sending messages to these young women. You don't have to respect male authority.
and that side is the problem. That right there. Because there is you it should not be that way. It didn't used to be that way, right? And my thing is this: heal in silence. You don't have to put everything on social media. Everyone doesn't need to know your next move, and that's the problem with the younger generation. You know what? Just be quiet. Sit back and be quiet for a little while. Sit back and just be quiet. Hey, she didn't want to be with you. You don't want to be with her. Let it go. Leave it alone. For you to be snatching out dreads, going over, stealing stuff from a house, for what? You weren't taking anything that was yours. You went over there to vandalize and take things that were his.
That's crazy.
And
And
that's wrong.
I seen a video when they was moving into the house. And boy, she looked so happy moving into that house. No wonder she didn't want to leave. She probably was looking at that house going, man, I'm going to live a nice rest of my life, regardless if my career go well or not. She blew it.
Yeah, but why? But I mean, here it is. They were a power couple. They were a greater power couple together. Think of all the endorsements that they could have had together. I mean, if for nothing else, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. You're a good business buddy. Whether you in the bed or out of the bed, you still a good business buddy, right? And we gonna go get this money together on a united front, right? Let's get it together. We can have track suits. We can have all kinds of stuff going.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because I know a lot of women don't want to hear this, especially you independent women. I know you
Let me
guys don't
hear
want to hear
this.
that because when people tell y'all stuff, we men are being controlling, misogynistic, all that stuff. But this power couple thing, it don't work. It just doesn't work.
It
Okay?
doesn't work
Don't believe in
because
Jay-Z and Beyonce. We already
no,
know what
no, no,
Jay-Z,
no.
it doesn't work.
Again, it's a different time, it's a different era, and that is simply because we do not go back to the old ways or the thinking of that. You know what? The man is there, and he's there for a reason. He is a man for a reason.
I want the woman to be arrested. Am I wrong for that?
Everyone has their opinion. I'm just baffled over the fact of how how long it takes to grow dreads, and her rage was so outlandish that she was able to pull some out.
Well, that's what I mean. For so
That
long, you know what we hear when a woman would do certain things, and I remember in my family, I would hear this. Well, when a woman changes her mind, it's a woman's prerogative. But what's that saying? I can't think of when a woman do something. There's
it
nothing.
is it is
Go,
this. It is hell hath no fury
hell
as
has no fury.
a
That is the
woman
worst
scorned.
thing, huh?
It's hell hath no fury as a woman scorned.